To Rose's Gem Design.
My name is El Tico,
And I am in Brooklyn, New York. And I'm about to just give a little information about crystals and what is a crystal quartz. This is a crystal quartz. It's a natural mineral and it transmits electromagnetic energy. It is actually utilized in all our electronic devices. In other words, a computer chip is made out of quartz, as are anything that receives and transmits electromagnetic energy. Your cell phone has quartz, your television has quartz, walkie-talkie has quartz,
your drone has quartz, your car has quartz.
and we could actually use a crystal quartz to power and help to balance the energy within ourselves. You may ask, how is that possible? My answer to you is the fact that we are electromagnetic beings. And remember, everything in the universe moves by energy and vibration. So, the crystal has an eternal energy flow. It is both what we call projective and receptive. Now you may ask, what is projective and receptive? Well, it is actually, we could break it down to mean positive and negative. Okay? So it transmits both. In other words, it transmits and receives electromagnetic energy. Why is that important? Well, the body is not just the body. You know that we are spirit being housed, right, in the body. The body is the temple or the house. And therefore, the more in harmony you are physically and spiritually, the better off you are. So now the crystal is not just a stone. It is actually alive. Because why is it live? Because it is transmitting electromagnetic energy and receiving electromagnetic energy. And remember, as I stated, the body is an electromagnetic field. We are composed of energy or electrons, electromagnetic field. We are composed of energy or electrons. What is an electron? It's an electrically charged particle. Now, the reason I am basically explaining this is because a lot of people get confused. Oh, the crystal is for love, and the crystal is for this. And no, the crystal has one function, and we could actually tap into it, right? But it's not about necessarily luck, all right? It is about helping you to balance and harmonize your electromagnetic field. Just remember your body. So, remember, the crystal is an electromagnetic device, actually. Okay? Now, remember that I explained that we are physical as well as spirit. And these two energies must be in harmony. Often, we are off balance. What does that mean? If you happen to be in a state of stress or aggression or angry very often, your physical energy level is at a higher point than your spiritual. The opposite explanation is if you happen to be depressed or withdrawn or, in a sense, antisocial, right? Or you want to be alone. You don't want to be bothered with nobody. You're withdrawn. Then your spiritual level, believe it or not, is at a higher level. Okay? Now, that causes problems. right? Just as the physical being higher than the spiritual causes a problem because you're stressed, you're angry, you're high blood pressure, all these things come into play. What the crystal helps you to do, okay, in a very plain way without any, magical explanations, like some people go off on a tangent and explain, the crystal, is going to cure it. Okay, yes, it does help in a way, because remember the word dis-ease, right? The dis-ease is imbalance of energy. When you're at ease, you're in harmony. At dis-ease is imbalance of electromagnetic energy. So the crystal will actually help you balance the physical and spiritual energy, in a sense, making you be more at peace with yourself. That's the purpose of the quartz, right? It is a tool that is used to help in balance. It's not about like I'm going to win the lotto, I'm going to go to the moon and back. No, that's not what we're saying. It is strictly a harmonious tool, okay? And in a sense, you could tap into it, as I said, because you're also energy, you're electromagnetic energy. Like as we come into winter, right? And at least in the East Coast and in the US, you happen to, if you walk on a carpet, right? And then you go and sometimes you touch something metallic, you get a shock, you zoom, right? What actually is happening is that you're transmitting with the metal. There's energy, there's an exchange of energy. And you go, oh, wow, because it just happened to be that you're exchanging energy. Okay, so you're actually an energy being. Please understand that. You're not apart from where we are. You're within everything that we are and everything that exists. You're not a separation from it. We're part of everything that there is. Okay, so there's nothing mystical or very strange about understanding that. So remember, crystal quartz is both receptive and projective, meaning it receives as well as transmits electromagnetic energy. And it has to be natural, right? It can't be a piece of glass. It is actual quartz. It is derived from within the earth. The process of it forming is millions and millions of years. It consists of silica and iron, right? Silica, you heard the word before, Silicon Valley, is because they're actually using silica, right? It's not Silicon Valley and they're using the word to decorate whatever. It is actually the use of silica, right? Silicon, okay? So now, this is a tool that's been used by humanity for the longest time. It's not something new, like we're into the crystal evolution or revolution or whatever. No, this has been around as long as we've been around. Okay, it is not that, this is the in thing, we're into crystals. No, it ain't about that. It is actually a tool that you could use. Now, I'm just here to basically explain that to you. At the same time, if you want to know a little more about it, or if you would like to maybe acquire one and you have, confusion about doing that, and maybe you need a little guidance, you could give me a call after I finish, broadcasting or being on live, right? You could call me at 929-629-2996. And I will be very glad to guide you or to help you acquire. We have different types of sizes of quartz, but they're all natural. Some, as I said, are in their natural shape, and some have been like polished in a way. This one happens to be what we call like a Lemurian quartz. And a Lemurian quartz, it's a specific reason for that name, but in another instance or in another point in time, I will go more into the details of different aspects of quartz. Why is it called a Lemurian quartz? As I said, this one here, it is all natural, right? In other words, it has not been other than cleansed. And there are different ways of cleansing quartz. But when I say cleanse in the sense of cleaning it, then I'll explain what cleansing means. But when you extract this from soil, from the earth, and these are from Brazil, by the way, state of Minas Gerais in Brazil. Okay, very interesting place in Brazil. Now, I've seen it, when it is extracted from the soil, it often looks black. You know, it is with soil all on it for millions, not hundreds, millions of years that has been in the soil. So once you take it out, it's a wonder of nature. Then there's a process of removing that soil. It is put like into an acid type of liquid for some time, maybe 30, 40 days, where that acid, God forbid you put your hand in there, you're going to probably lose it. You know, if you put your bare hand. So that acid removes the soil. So it becomes what you're looking at right now. And then you wash it. It says work. Most people, they get a crystal. Oh, yeah, give me that right. Yeah, but they don't know the process or the risk of life of extracting it from the soil. It's not an easy job, okay? There are very few people willing to go under the earth to look for these things, okay? Now, this is all like natural, right? In other words, it has not been cut in a sense of giving it facets or faces, and the shape is all natural. Then we have something like this, right? I hold it in my hand like this, and something like this has been cut, right? And made all pretty, polished, but it's still natural, and it retains its naturalness. It will vibrate forever. You hear what I'm saying? Like the energy does not end. This is why if you have a quartz watch, it's not because they're giving it a fancy name. It's because there's actually a quartz powering its function. So you don't have to change your battery like every 2 minutes, because the pulsating energy has been aided by quartz, right? Perpetual energy. And remember, the body is an electromagnetic field. You may say, now how is that? Well, very simple. We are composed of atoms. Remember, in school where you learn about atoms, an atom is an electronic particle. So it has electrons, protons, and neutrons, right? That's what an atom has. And that's what we compose of. So we're all one. The universe is one. It's not like, again, as I said earlier, we're not apart from where we are. We're within all there is. And therefore, we could tap into natural energies as a means of healing. It is not magical and tricky. It's not about tricks. That's number one. I mean, when they say magical tricks, originally the word magic meant transformation, right? A change. That's what magic really is. It's a transformation, right? It is not a trick. The trick became when it was becoming, business. But magic is transformation. Like water turning to ice is magic because it's a transformation. Okay? So, in a sense, what I am explaining is that, it's a tool of transformation. It will help you, trust me, it will help you to balance yourself. It will help you to ease your thoughts because we're two entities in one, right? Sometimes you may be thinking of very strange thoughts and you think that is you. It's part of you, yes, but then there's another part of you. So, you have to create an equilibrium, right? Because those diverse thoughts is because we're like two entities in one, right? The spirit and the body have to coexist in harmony. You cannot let the body dictate the spirit, and the spirit cannot dictate the body because they must harmoniously live jointly. Remember what I said, if you happen to be in a very aggressive state, right? Very aggressive, you get angry, you go off in a second. Your physical energy is at a higher level than your spiritual, right? I mean, it sounds a little bit mystical, but it's not. It's very simple. And if you happen to be very highly spiritual, not saying you're saintly, but that higher level of spirituality, you tend to be anti-physical, anti-social, or anti-involvement. And that could become depressing. So that's the kind of negative part of high spirituality. Because you're in a body for a reason, and it's to coexist with humanity. But if you want to separate yourself, then you're anti-people. It's very simple to understand that. So harmony, balance. Harmony is peace. Harmony is tranquility. And that's what we're looking for. We're living in a very aggressive world. Society has suddenly, I can't say suddenly because there's always been instances of that. But we have become very aggressive. We have no patience, even for older people. It's like we don't have patience with senior citizens. Like we don't have patience with children. You're either on or, you're either with me or you're not, blah, 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 that kind of talk. It's not good. Because we must be in harmony. Just like trees in a forest live side by side. You don't see one tree arguing with the other about space. Everybody got their own little space. Everybody's living, the trees in the forest are all at peace with each other, harmoniously. That's when we come around and, I want to build my house here, so we're going to cut that tree and we're going to do that, blah, blah, blah. And then, the destruction, nature. Okay, I get it. We want to live where we want to live. I get it. We're going to open this forest and we're going to I get it, But we have to have a little more respect for the way things are. In other words, the harmony of it, Harmony is peace. Harmony is love. Not about, me against you. It's about us. Okay? So this is why I am making this presentation, right? About the crystal. The crystal is about harmony, about balance, about peace. I know to some is a rock. Oh, that rock. Yeah, but that rock is making you see me, believe it or not, because it's in your phone. You may say, how is that? But it is, trust me. Okay? The reason why the industry looks for these materials, this type of minerals, right? Because it's been utilized to make solar panels, right? Solar panels is not a joke. It is for real, right? It could absorb electrons. What does the sun release? Electrons, right? Electrons are part of the atom, right? It releases electrons, free-falling electrons. And so the panels capture the electrons and convert it to energy that you can use, right? So this has electrons also, right? As you do. But sometimes you have an imbalance. So remember, a quartz, you could either hold it, right? You could wear it. You could wear a small one. It's also very helpful because, again, what it's helping you to do is to harmonize, is to balance the physical and spiritual energy. That's what a quartz, a crystal quartz is all about. Trust me, I've been around it for many years, and I'm telling you that's what it is. It is not going to help you win the lotto. Get that, okay? The word luck, it's a 4-letter word, just like other 4-letter words. But everything is for a reason. Nothing is by coincidence. You're watching me, not because it's, what a coincidence. No, there's a reason. You tune in and you're watching information. I'm not telling you I know it all because I don't. It's like you, I'm learning. Life is about learning. The day you stop learning, the day you stop living. So always learn. Cannot hurt you. So quartz, again, is something that I recommend. It is a genuine crystal quartz that is millions and millions of years old or in existence. I'm not going to say old because, when you say old, that's old like an old car, no. It is in existence for millions of years. You know what? It will be in existence after I am physically removed from the planet, right? It'll be here. It ain't going to go with me, right? Because it'll be here. And it is something that is healthy, right? It is not for you to think of it as just being a, piece of rock that I'm wearing or carrying for luck. Remember what I said. So it is a balancer. It is a mineral of equilibrium. Now, other minerals, according to what I would call their composition, are either projective or receptive. Like most minerals that are like color red, ruby, yellow, orange are what we call more projective, right? Colors that are more like blue, green, indigo, purple are more what we call receptive. It absorbs. That's why some people are into amethyst, the purple stone. It's a receptive quartz. And by the way, it's also a quartz. Amethyst is a quartz. Quartz is a family. You understand? Like the Smiths or the Jones. It's a family. So the crystal is part of the quartz family. Like the amethyst, right? The purple, beautiful stone. It's a quartz. It also has silica. It's composed out of silica, I'm sorry. And iron. And then you have like citrine, right? Another quartz. They're all in the same family, okay? So we are now just focusing today, right now, on the crystal quartz, okay? A very, very phenomenal mineral, I'm telling you. Something that I recommend for health reasons, for harmony, for clarity, for the mind, right? We often obscure with all kinds of thoughts that are confusing us. Clarity of mind is when you're in balance, when you're in harmony. Okay, so the crystal quartz helps you harmonize. It helps you to balance yourself physically and spiritually. Okay, that's what the crystal is all about. It is healing in the sense that it helps to balance right? Remember, as I said earlier, the word dis-ease, right? Disease, dis-ease is imbalance of energy, right? That's what disease is an imbalance of energy. It's like when, God forbid, it's an illness of, the C word, I don't want to even say it, but let's say cancer. It is an imbalance of energy in the body, right? There's so much of occurrence of a particular cell. It is overgrown. It is off balance. So create a sense of harmony, right, within yourself and in your home and your environment. Sometimes, I don't know if you had the experience, you could be at home with your family, whatever, and a visitor comes. I'm not saying don't allow people to visit you. Don't get it wrong now. And they come and hello, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Then they leave and there's all kind of argument. But, the energy has changed. That's because there's an inflow in that environment of an obtrusive or an energy that has thrown the equilibrium off. So sometimes even having one of these at home, right, helps to balance the energy in the house. Okay, not only within you, but also in the house. And that's important because that's your temple. That's your physical outer temple, is your home, right? That's where you rest. That's where you sleep. That's where the body sleeps and the spirit is free to float or to adventure. At night when we have our dreams, we have actually disconnected from the physical. And we have gone into another realm. But that's for another day and another conversation. So, in conclusion, I don't want to bore you too much with a lot of information, right? We'll do a few more of these. Okay, I'll come every so often at Rose's Den Designs, right? Where we also create amulets, what we call amulets, and pendants for you to wear to enhance and balance. It's not about like, lucky stone. No, it's to help balance, harmonize, keep you more at peace, where you're able to make better decisions. Okay? And that's what we're dealing with. Okay? So I thank you very much for joining me. I'll try to announce when I will broadcast. I don't know, I should use the word broadcast because we're not broadcasting. We're like, we're basically communicating through this system called cellular technology, right? But I'll give a little more information about these items as we move forward. Just like I've presented, like we have made things like energy altars, where we actually, I just kind of show you one like this. I don't know if you're able to see because it's coming a little dark in New York. And I'm outdoors, believe it or not, because the weather is so nice. But these are also other items to use, always using natural minerals, because that's the source of all energy. So, once again, my name is
El Tico.
And I want to thank you for joining me. Again, I'm going to repeat a number. If you need a little more information, just send me a text. Don't call me, please, because I don't like to, talk much on the phone. But if you text me, right, 929 629 2996. Okay? 929 629
2996.
Right? I think I said it a couple of times, so much I even got confused. But again, I'll say it one more time. 929 629 2996. And much peace, as always, and much love to you. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate you having the time to to join me. And you could run this thing back again, and if you kind of lost any part of it, you will be able to capture it and clearly understand, because maybe some things were a bit confusing. But it's really very simple. The quartz is about balance of physical and spiritual energy, and it's that simple. Okay? Much blessings and peace to you. All the best. Thank you.